Hello, welcome back. All right, so let's continue our lecture. Let me see. Let me share my screen. So we are continue the muscle. So let me see here. So we talk about the overview, and today we are going to look into more detail from the facial, and then the um the body, and yeah. So all right. So this is a facial muscle. So the feature of these muscles are that a lot of these muscle, um, their origin and origin from the bone, insertion into the skin. So they actually, the muscle attached to the skin, so they can pull the skin and to make facial expression. So from the skull portion, you can see here we have the front occipital frontalis, and here you have the frontal belly, and at the back you have the occipital belly. And the temporal side, this muscle cover over is the temporal. One second, let me pause it. All right, guys. Yep. Sorry, I was has somebody like calling me. Sorry. So let's go continue. Um, so the temporal portion, we have the temporalis, and if you open it up, you will see right here, temporalis right here. So it's the skin covered a little bit by the yeah by the temporal parietalis. And then the facial portion, this is the eye. So it's ocular. Um, we have the orbicularis ocula. We also have the circular muscle again, orbicularis oris over there in the mouth. The facial, this is nasal portion. So we have the nasalis, um, the muscle to pull the lips up is called levator labii superioris, and here is a zygomatic arch. So we have the zygomatics minor and the zygomatics major. You need to know the origin from the zygomatic arch. So these muscle come from the zygomatic, and then down here we have the masseter. This masseter control your uh, mandible. So it's a strong muscle to help you to chew on your food. And then this muscle, buccinator, you can see also buccinator from the side right here, buccinator, right here, buccinator. So buccinator help you to blow air out. Buccinator. Here you can these masseter. So here zygomatic arch, it's provide the muscle, including here zygomaticus minor, zygomaticus major, and also masseter, buccinator. This is oral portion that we saw earlier. This is the bring out your lips. That's the levator, labii superiors. Orbital. All right, so let's go back to the previous one here. So, and what else? This one is the rhizolius, and then I think that's almost like everything. Then down here we have the uh, platysma. This platysma is continuous, so it's all the way. It's a thin like a muscle, all the way down into it cover. It's very thin. It actually cover just underneath your skin. So it's like a curtain cover all the way down. So platysma is right here. Platysma. So you have two curtains all the way down. Platysma. And then this one is a depressor anguli oris. Oris is a mouse. Depressor, like depressing it. Anguli, like angle. Oris. This one is the depressor labii inferior. So this one is the levator labii superior. This is depressor labii inferioris. That's that. And then so that's all these two. And this one come from mentalis. So this one actually it's cut. So because this one connect with your chin. So it's root in the mandible, and then it comes out to your skin. So it's pretty short. So it control your chin down here. So it's called mentalis. So it's cut because once you peel the skin, it show off here, like that. So that's the facial portion. Then you also see the neck. The very superficial portion is called the platysma. And then if you peel open the platysma, the largest one is this the sternocleidomastoid muscle. And lateral to that, a little bit deeper, is actually the same thing here. Sternal is just have a sternal head, a sternal attachment, clavicle attachment, all the way down all the way up into the mastoid. So clavicle. And then here is the back right there is trapezius, clavicle. Yeah. This is a trachea. Yeah, airway. This portion is still the larynx, but down here is a trachea. People call it trachea. But that's that. This one show you the bones origin and insertion. You can see that a lot of these are origin from the bone, and their insertion is to the skin. So for example, this one temporalis origin, their insertion is to the skin. A lot of facial bone are origin from the bone, insertion to the skin. Masseters is origin from here, insertion into the zygomatic, but it doesn't show it here. Maybe a little bit lateral. Yeah. So this is lateral view. Here you go. Yeah. All right. This is lateral view. So we talk about a lot of these muscles already that but what you can see here is we talked about this muscle already, but what you can see here is the sternal clavicle mastoid muscle. So origin in insertion. Buccinator, the neck muscle, this one plus platysma, it continues from the facial all the way down, and then you peel it open, you see more of the neck muscle. So here is the platysma. So platysma. So it's like it's cutaneous muscle. It's very close to the skin, and yeah. So it it tends the skin in the anterior, and also like for people getting older, their skin become like thinner, and so it will it will make it make these muscles like contraction become more appearance. It shows it can contribute to the frowning or fearful expression, like this one here. So you can see that muscle constriction, it provide these lines, platysma. So more superficial muscle in the skin, in the neck. Deeper down, then we have the sternoclavicle mastoid muscle. So this is the neck muscle. It pull to move your head. Yeah. And further down, we have more muscle here. So this muscle, when we further down, we are looking at the bone that is the hyoid. So hyoid associated muscle involve those above the hyoid and those underneath the hyoid. So the one above the hyoid are called suprahyoid muscle, and there are four. The one below the hyoid are called infrahyoid muscle, and there are also four. So it's easy to remember, four on the top, four in the middle. And the muscles name also mainly go with their origin and insertion. So Jino means chin. So Jino right here. Jino means chin. So this one is not. This one here. This one, gynohyoid. So it's gynohyoid. Another one is mylohyoid. So mylohyoid. Stylomyoid. Does it show here? Right here. I think it's stylus right there, right? So that's a stylus. Stylus myeloid here. That is this one here. So stylus hyoid. And then you have the digastric. So gastric means stomach. So di means two. Digastric, it connect with the chin again, and there is like a tendon to the bone, and then this is another belly. So digastric, you have the anterior belly and the posterior belly. And maybe we can see it here. So you can also kind of see it here, digastric. So you have the anterior belly and the posterior belly. This is the stylus hyoid. So that's digastric. So that's the supra, and the infra is the one below. You have the sternocleidomastoid, sternothyroid. So this is again like two belly again, sternothyroid and the thyroid hyoid. So sternothyroid, thyroid hyoid. All right, so that's two of them. Omohyoid. Omo means shoulder. So omohyoid. Let's see, where is that? Sternohyoid, all right? Sternothyroid, sternohyoid. Here, omohyoid, omohyoid. Yeah. So that's four pairs in the top, and also four pairs in the bottom of the hyoid. So that's the neck muscle. Looking at the neck muscle, looking at the myeloid, so you can see that myeloid basically form. This is the mandible. So this is this bone, and so this muscle basically form the floor of your oral portion, and we can use this opportunity to look at the relationship of this floor and our tongue. So this is the lateral view of your tongue. You can see the tongue muscle, but there are several external tongue muscle. Here are all external tongue muscle that connects tongue muscle to the other portion outside of the tongue. One of those is this one here. So since this is the myeloid, like a floor of our oral cavity, this is genohyoid. So basically all these muscle, like suprahyoid muscle, are forming like layer by layer. It controls the movement, but also layer by layer to form the floor of our oral cavity. Then we have the chin right here. Sorry, mandible, chin, yes. So we have the genohyoid, but here genoglossal. So this genoglossal has a muscle, but it's just a portion of it. So you can see here genoglossal right here. So this is the mandible here, mandible. So here you have the genoglossal, genohyoid, but this one genoglossal, glossal means tongue. Genoglossal origin from the mandible spine right here, mandible spine. And then insertion into the tongue as well as to the hyoid. So that is genoglossal. Just one example showing you how we control our tongue, the muscle control our tongue. So that is the facial neck, and we also talk about the tongue, and then going down into our body. So here, let's look at the superior, like anterior view first. And anterior view, you can see here is the platysma again. And so it's very thin. If you open up, you see this sternoclavicle mastoid muscle. And then open more, you can see a lot of this infrahyoid. So suprahyoid will be up there. So these are the infrahyoid. Doesn't really provide you the labeling, but that's okay. Then here is a trapezius. And then trapezius is pretty more pronounced in the back, but you can see a little bit in the front, in the anterior. Deltoid right there. So this is the clavicle. You can touch the clavicle. So clavicle is also pretty superficial, but it's not entirely because it's also cover a very thin muscle that's called the platysma. And the deltoid, this is the pectoralis major. Underneath that, you have the pectoralis minor. And underneath that, you have the serratus anterior. So that's those muscles. So that's a chest portion here, serratus anterior, chest portion, like thoracic cage, the muscle of the thoracic cage. Most superficial one is the pectoral major. Deeper will be the pectoral minor. Then you have the subscapularis. That's the scapula. You know we have scapula further in the back. Scapula, and here is the so serratus anterior right here. Serratus anterior. So that's a chest. Going down, I think that's cover everything, right? Yeah. Okay. Latissimus dorsi is in the back. You can see only a slightly portion when you look at the front. We look at it from the anterior view, but it's more in the back. Let me show you the back. Let me show you the back. So here, latissimus dorsi is more in the back. All right. So that's the chest portion. I think that's everything. Pectoral, subclavicle, my major is cut. And this is the arm portion. the biceps, the arm here, the serratus and here. So that's everything in the chest. If we look down for the abdominal portion, it also has layer by layer, layer after layer. So most superficial one is called external oblique. So that's that. External oblique has the muscle in the side, kind of like shape your stomach. Try to hold it. So it's like oblique, external oblique coming down, but it doesn't really have too much muscle in the front. So in the front, it's more become tendon. Yeah. In this tendon, yeah, so it's from the tendon right here. This tendon is called the rectus sheath. So it's continuous from the external oblique. Then if you peel it open, you will have this muscle. This is not oblique again, this straight. This is called rectus, abdominal rectus, or rectus abdominis. So that's the second layer. And the deeper down, you have another muscle that's transverse. So you have oblique, rectus, transverse coming down, transverse abdominal. So that's very much like a 3-layer. Let's see. External axial muscle. Axial means your head and the spinal cord related, right? Appendicular means your arm, just like our skeleton system, right? And then, so 3-layer, external, oblique, rectus, transverse, and so I think that's everything. External oblique, internal oblique. All right. So this one is the one underneath. So it's further down, underneath this external oblique, then internal oblique, 2 oblique. All right. Internal oblique. So external oblique, then internal oblique, then rectus, then transverse. I think that's 4-layer. Yeah, 4 layers here. So that's that. Here's internal costal muscle, right? So those 4-layer. Another way to look at this 4-layer of our abdominal is to, cut it like transverse. Then we can see layer by layer, right? So we can see that. So let's look at the transverse view. Here, this one, we will go back to this one, but let's go back to here first. Transverse view. So here in this transverse view, you can see in the most external one is called the external oblique right here. External oblique. Then on the side, you have the internal oblique right here. External, internal oblique. Then here is the transverse abdominis. So those are on the side, but they don't actually form the muscle to the front. So it's not, in the front, you only have one muscle, that is the rectus. The others, they will just merge their tendon to the front. They will cover it in the front, cover it in the back, over the rectus, and then they merge together into the center. So in the center portion, there's no muscle. This center line, this center fiber, or this center tendon is called linea, is line. Alba means is why. So linea alba. So that's that. So that's it's 3-layer in a way from the side view, 1, 2, 3. Oblique, transverse, external, internal, transverse. And it's 3-layer, but there are actually 4 muscles. It's just they don't layer over the front. The front, you only have the rectus, rectus abdominis. So that's that. So let's go back to here. So that is this muscle. So in the side, you have 3 layers, but in the front, you only have single layer, the rectus abdominis, rectus abdominis. All right, so that is the front. Let's take a little bit further into our pectoral girdle right here. So you can see that this is the scapula levator scapula muscle that position the pectoral girdle. All right, so the pectoral girdle including the scapula, the clavicle, the sternum, and then the ribs, spinal cord. So we see it from the anterior view, and we will also look at the posterior view. And so you can see that this is the pectoral minors. This you have the serratus anterior. This is pectoralis major is open up. And so you can see you can also have an intercostal muscle. It doesn't really show you here, but you also have intercostal muscle. I think it shows it here. Let me see that. Here, intercostal muscle. That is a muscle between that's how you bring up your rib cage. Intercostal muscle. You have the internal one, you also have external one. Intercostal muscle, internal intercostal muscle. External here, external intercostal muscle. So you have those intercostal muscle like ribs, and they are between the ribs. Yeah. So if you eat the ribs, you know that they are meat between the rib. That's the intercostal muscle. We will look at the arm later on, but we can quickly take a look at those. So the arm right here, let me see here. So this is in the scapula, so that's the scapula, but it's associated with the shoulder joint, subscapula. This one here, teres major. Here you have the teres major. You also have the teres minor. This one is to pull the arm toward you, so it's adduction of the arm movement. And as I showed you earlier, the anterior face, you have the biceps, and also you also have a muscle right here is called because it connects with the crinoid process of the scapula. So here you have coracobrachialis muscle. So that's that subscapula. So that's everything. That's everything. All right. So that's everything. Then what's this one here? So pectoral minor. So we know that it's right here, pectoral minor. So it's cut. Yeah. So that's that. Connect with the scapula, and so when you look at the bone, you don't see them have a lot of connection. Bone to bone, it's kind of like fragile in a way, not fragile, but non-stable, because scapula, it only has 2 ends, connect with the sternum and also the arachnoid, acromion, so acromion process of the scapula. So it's like end and end. Just by itself, it really cannot hold on everything. But with the muscle, it provides a lot more support. Yeah. So that's that. So that's an example. So here, scapula actually using the muscle, scapula, if you look at it, it only holds on into the clavicle. But with the muscle, it connect with the ribs right here. Scapula connect with the ribs. Scapula connect with the arm. Scapula connects with arm. We know that because here you have the glenoid cavity, and this is the humerus. Yeah. So that is that. And that's everything. Intercostal muscle, here we go. Intercostal muscle, external, internal, intercostal muscle. So we talked about this one already. This slide is just to highlight the very interesting tendon in the front. It go all the way from the sternum, the end of the sternum, to the pelvis, right here, pelvis. And this line is called linea alba. And so, yeah, so linea alba right there. And here is the muscle in the back. So muscle in the back, we have a lot of back muscle. Next to the spinal cord, we have a psoas major. This is the lumbar 3. Just show you the lumbar spinal cord, spinal column. Here is the quadratus lumborum. So it's deeper back muscle. Here is the erector spinae. So erector means that makes you straight. Erector spinae, we will look at these later. This is latissimus dorsi, latissimus dorsi is right here. So that's this one here. So that is the that is a segue to bring us to the back. So let me finish this back portion and then we can take a break. How about that? Yeah. So here is the back. Yeah. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. And then we continue with the back portion. I don't want to make this the video way too long. Yeah, so let's take a break. All right, so here we go. Let's continue. Let me double check. Yeah, I think everything is good. Recording. All right. So in the back, you have as you can see, it's also layer after layer. The top portion, you have this large, like triangle shape. It's called trapezius muscle. And down here, you have the latissimus dorsi. And between these two, you can see here you have the scapula, spine of the scapula separates superior and inferior. So in the supra and the infra, in the supra you have the supraspinatus. In the infra you have infraspinatus. So superior, inferior, supraspinatus, and inferior, infraspinatus. You can see that it's still within the scapular region. And then if you look at further down further down deeper than the scapular portion, you have the muscle to connect your arm into the spinal cord. Those muscles are teres muscle. You have teres minor, teres major. So that's that. And underneath the teres minor and the teres major right here, teres minor and the teres major, underneath these are the teres. You will have the rhomboid muscle. So rhomboid muscle is between your medial border to the spinal cord. And so you have the rhomboid major and a rhomboid minor. Rhomboid minor right here, rhomboid. So here is the rhomboid major, and that is a rhomboid minor. And further down, you have the serratus posterior. Yeah. So that's that. And that is the back muscle, but it doesn't stop there. This muscle connects your back, in the back, right? In the back. But it's more like lateral because it connects with your spine toward either the scapula or your arm, but it's like connect to like lateral side, right? It's more like horizontal connection. But your back is straight, right? You need a muscle to hold because your back is curvature. So your muscle to hold it straight. And those muscles are erector muscle. So these muscles are called erector spinae. So you have several muscle to hold it straight. It's called erector spinae group. Yeah. So that's that. That's the major muscle in the back. Let's see. So here you also have the serratus posterior. Yeah. And then here is the external oblique. Here, right here, external oblique, internal oblique. So we saw this one earlier, right here. Internal oblique, external oblique, right here. So that's our abdominal. More like abdominal in the lateral side, but not in the back. In the back is all these other muscles. So that's that. And then going down here is your iliac crest. This is gluteal maximum. So we know that. This muscle, latissimus dorsi, will have the fiber to thoracolumbar fascia. So that is the tendon, connect the muscle into the bone. Yeah. So that's everything in the back. Further down, if we look at the pectoral girdle or thoracic cage, we can see that the most outer layer is the trapezius, deltoid, infraspinatus right here. Down here, you have the teres muscle major, teres muscle minor. It's all like inside of this scapular region, connect the arm into the scapula. And further down here, you have the muscle connect from the rib all the way down up, all the way back here is called serratus anterior. So that's that. Between the scapula to the spinal column, you have the rhomboid. So rhomboid, it means it's a shape. So let me see if I can draw it here. Rhomboid. Let me see if I can have draw it here. Let me see that. Rhomboid. So rhomboid is this shape. So rhomboid is this shape. Yeah. So that's called rhomboid. So that's it's like oblique, like square, right? You have a square, right? And it's oblique. Yeah. So that's called rhomboid. Maybe my drawing is not too good. Yeah. So that's rhomboid. So you have rhomboid major, rhomboid minor. It connect with the scapula medial border all the way to the spine. This is the levator. It connects with the scapula. It level it up. So this is again serratus anterior from the front all the way back. Yeah. So that's a girdle. In the back, you see your arm. You see the triceps brachii. So muscle in the back, you have the superior, intermediate or mediate, and then deep muscle. The most superior, you have the trapezius, kind of like occupy the top portion of your back. Latissimus dorsi is very much in the lower portion of the back. And between you have the levator scapula to bring it up. Rhomboids is between the scapula and the spinal cord. So that's more like superficial. And then intermediate, you have something between. What you can see most are the serratus muscle. You have serratus anterior, serratus posterior, but in the back you have serratus posterior, posterior superior, more like top portion, serratus posterior inferior, more like lower portion. And then the deeper down, you have all these other muscle are the muscle in the back, but they are not your spine. They connect either with the ribs, they connect with the scapula, and so we consider those are not the intrinsic back muscle, intrinsic spinal muscle. So the intrinsic one is the deep one. So deep one is intrinsic, is the intrinsic muscle. They attach to the vertebra. They also call true back muscle. So among all the other are in the back, but they are associated with non-back. That girdles, uh, pectoral girdles, and arms, and only these deep ones are only attached from the origin to the insertion are all in the back. So those are the intrinsic, also called true muscle. What are those? The primary one is the erector. So this intrinsic or true back muscles has 3 layers. They have a splenius group is more in the top portion. You have the splenius capitalis, splenius cervicus. So it's more like head associate in the back. Yeah, it's connected with the skull. So probably, even though, yeah, back, all right. So superior. And then down here, you have the erector. So that is the primary one because that is a bigger muscle. And then deeper here, you have the transversal spinae. So these are between the spinal column. So transverse spinae has 3 major subgroup: semi, half spinous, multifidus, and rotatories. So those are control your spine's movement more like between spine. So it's very like directly link or link one vertebra to the other vertebra. Yeah. So let's look at this one. This one is more important because this is probably the major muscle to control your back posture, and also, nowadays people sit all the time and using the computer, using your cell phone, so we tend to lose the muscle strength of our back, and the muscle strength that hold our posture is the most important one is this erector spinae group. This erector spinae group has 3 muscles: iliocostalis, longissimus, and the spinalis. So let's take a look at this. So these are the muscle in the back. You can see that these 3 group of muscle, they are basically more than originate from your lumbar portion, your sacral portion, and then they insert into your spine. And so it help you to your spine's curvature, but they help hold their position, keep you straight. We have the spinalis, we have the longissimus, we have the ilio right here, origin, insertion, iliocostalis. Yeah. So those are the spine back muscle. So that's for the body portion. Let's take a break, and then we will continue with the arm and the leg, and that is it. All right. See you later.